What's up everyone, Alex here, and today I want to show you guys some of the side activities that you'll find in Yakuza 6. Before we start, I want to just remind everyone that the demo is available on PSN right now. It's got almost the whole first chapter of the game, and you can carry over any progress you've made in the demo to the full game once it comes out. To me, the best Yakuza experiences are a blend of the series' rich storytelling mixed in with some of the kookier side activities. But these aren't your typical side stories. Some have deep mechanics that could very well be spun off into their own game. Keep in mind that I won't be covering all the side activities in Yakuza 6, but only the ones that I thought were either highly entertaining or have some deep mechanics built into them. Besides, I still want you all to be surprised when the game comes out, but at the same time, I also want to show you all some things you can look forward to once you finally get the game. So here's 6 of the funnest side activities in Yakuza 6. Number 1. Eating a balanced meal and working out. If you follow me on Twitter, you probably see me talk about how obsessive I am with making sure that Kiryu is not only full every single time, but also what restaurants I want to go to in Yakuza 6. That's because the kinds of food that you eat will actually determine what experience points you get. In fact, any activity, including going to the gym, playing Sega arcade games, and so on and so forth, will gain you experience points. But somehow, eating a ton of food and going to the gym have been extremely satisfying for me in this game. Don't worry though, it ain't intrusive like The Sims. The game won't complain if Kiryu's hungry. Even now I'm thinking, where do I want to eat? In the game I mean, not in real life. Number 2. Video chat. At first glance, you might think that watching the live feed of the ladies in Yakuza 6 video chat would be the most distracting thing about this activity. Think again. The biggest distraction is actually offered by its lively live chat with hilarious names such as Divorced 7 Times and Take Your Heart. Wait a minute. The activity is pretty simple. Help Kiryu not fumble over his keyboard and type messages to reply to the girl on screen. Honestly, while the girls are cute, the biggest draw for me is the live chat's reaction as well as Kiryu's replies. The masking of the branching to different videos is cleverly hidden behind a buffering animation, and there's enough variance to the activity that keeps making me come back over and over again, just to see how everyone's reacting. Number 3. Bar conversations. Who would have thought that one of the more entertaining activities in Yakuza 6 involved drinking with strangers and striking conversations? But that's exactly what you get when you start heading into Snack New Gotti and meeting each of the bar's regulars. Various activities within the bar will help you get closer to some of the regulars, and if you get close enough to them, you get into some really serious stuff as you try to help liven the conversation and gain the favor of Mama. What did you say? An excuse to sing karaoke, play darts, and eat food? Sign me up! Number 4. Baseball. Ugh, baseball. I'm just not a fan. But somehow, Yakuza 6 made me one. You're probably thinking, man, playing an entire baseball game? That just sounds so lame. But in reality, you're actually more of a team captain than anything, really. You're basically tasked with assembling your team, often by doing menial tasks like buying things players want in order for them to join you, and training and adjusting your roster depending on their mood and performance ratings. Then, once you play the games, you're presented with a simplified representation of the events of the game, complete with a fast-forward button, as you watch and hope that your team wins. To inject a little bit of action into this, the game will ask you to go to bat once in a while. You'll never be asked to pitch. It's there where you can really show off your swinging skills from the series' batting cages. But just don't take my word for it. Check it out when you get the game and see if it's your jam. Number 5. Spearfishing. I don't generally like fishing in video games, but spearfishing certainly isn't like most fishing in games. With mechanics closer to Virtual Cop than Sega bass fishing, spearfishing is a thinly veiled homage to the former game. There's not much more to be said about this activity other than the bosses are aquatic creatures and that the gameplay is shooty-shooty. But it continues the legacy of a long line of incredible Sega shooters the company's released over the decades, and it's a great honor to that legacy. Number 6. Clan fights. this side activity is pretty intricate. Not only is it very different than the activities in the past, but it's also got the most guest characters. Starring wrestlers from New Japan Pro Wrestling, clan fights are basically a hybrid of real-time strategy and tower defense, except the towers are actually moving around. Your goal is to defeat the boss at the end of the street. If you manage to defeat him, you win. Outside of these clan fights, you can adjust your organization's hierarchy by assigning different characters to different parts of the organization, weakening or strengthening the people at the top. Much like baseball, you'll encounter these characters elsewhere in the game. But there's some special characters that you can get by browsing the web and checking Sega's posts. These codes will unlock guest characters that you're probably already familiar with. There's even an extensive online mode where you can pit your team against other teams out there. It's definitely a side activity that you'll be playing past the end of the game. And that's it for my list of funnest side activities in Yakuza 6. Did any of these look cool to you? Let me know in the comments below and tell me if you want me to dive deeper into any of these activities. If you want more Yakuza and other RPG and co-op coverage, consider clicking the subscribe button. Thanks a lot, and happy gaming.